Right, and we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Forever Rugby Beyond Forever Sports. And it is Lions versus Leinster in Johannesburg, and just down the road, really. And hopefully, a batons for the Lions to try and get back to winning ways. It is very much a weakened Leinster side, and it is a very, very strong Lions home outfit who are trying to get into that URC top 8. And if you look at that log, very, very stacked in sort of the middle of it. So everything to play for really this afternoon for Leinster is to try and keep themselves on top of the table. They are just 1 point ahead of Glasgow Warriors with the game in hand. So a loss today with no points would mean that Glasgow are right on their heels. The Lions, however, sitting in 11th place. A win for them could take them up as high as joint 6th. A bonus point win could take them up as high as 5th. And very important to see, for example, Ospreys taking on Stormers. So that's going to be a game with a bit of a swing there. And we do have kickoff. They go down the left-hand side, do the Lions playing in red, and they've won possession back. Very good work early on. In the number 10 jersey, swings it out to Currie Horn, gives it out to Franco Horn, and could be a very solid start. This from the Lions. Nice carry there from Franco Horn in his 50th appearance for the side. Emmanuel Tutuko playing his last couple months in the Lions jersey before making that move to the Sharks next season. The Hummer now. Flat pass. Richard Creel. James Pretorius to the outside. James Pretorius. He's got his inside options. Gets it back to Morne Vandenberg. What a start this is. Thank you very much. Well, I said we got to start well. So important. And Morne Vandenberg. What a start that is from the Lions. Very, very important in this kind of game where you are expected to win inverted commas. When teams have rotated, you score early. You make them doubt themselves nice and early. Within the first minute, the Lions are over. And that is the best possible start. Look at it. It's this cut out pass there from Sinan Nahamba into Richard Creel. Drawn past Dirty Pretorius. Ed van den Berg buying inside line. Throws it into the second side. And Morne van den Berg. Great support play that from the scrum off. And behind the poles he goes. And that is a proper start for the Joburg side. Could not have asked for better. Could not have asked for better. And no issues with Zenheimer. He splits the poles and Lions will take an early 7-0 lead within the first 2 minutes. It's exactly what we wanted. It's exactly what we needed. And that is how you get a happy Steve. You start like that. Right, we start from Leicester and it's taken by Emmanuel Tuka. Didn't even have a chance to go through the teams. It was such a quick start. So we'll go through them in just a bit, shall we? To remind you of the Leinster rotation as well as the side the Lions are fielding. Hopefully Lions looking to keep touch out, to give me a bit of time. They go back to Sinan Nahamba. Sinan Nahamba will go to the boot and he will look to find touch. Let's go to the Lions side, shall we? In the meantime, in the front row, it is Morgan Nordia, PJ Botha, and the Springbok capped Ruan Dreyer. Stalwart Willem Alberts in the second row next to Ruan Dalport. Jason Pretorius next to Emmanuel Tuka and Franco Horn in that loose trio. Morne van den Berg, partner Sinan Nahamba in the half-back pairing. Edel van der Merwe, Richard Creel, Currie Horn, the back three in the centres. There's captain Marius Lowe next to Eric Cornea. Off the bench, it'll be Jacob Asaki, JP Smith, Asenate and Klaba Kanye, Sibus Hisman Sangweni, Nico Steyn, Jordan Hendrickse, and Henko van Beek. And a penalty there for the Lions for holding on. Very good work. I think it's Richard Creel who's actually won that. For Leinster, Cian Healy, Lee Barron, Thomas Clarkson in the front row. Ross Maloney next to South African Jason Jenkins in the second row. Diamond Manga, Scott Penny, Max Deegan comprise the loose trio. Luke McGrath will partner Harry Byrne in the halfback pairing there. Andrew Osborne, Rob Russell, Kieran Frawley, the back three in the centres. Charlie Ingatai does return and partners Liam Turner. And then off the bench, very nice kick that from Nahamba. You have got John McKee, Michael Milner, Michael Alalatoa, Connor Otienai, Reece Ruddock, Cormac Foley, Sam Prendergast, and Ben Browley. So very rotated Leinster side, missing a lot of their stars. The Lions really need to take advantage of that. And so last line there from PJ Botha. But the ball was loose. And Franco Horn's come away with the penalty advantage. I was not going to advantage rather. And he's thrown a very good offload. In fact, I think it was slightly forward. But the initial knock-on was from Leinster. So it will be a scrum for the Lions. Good work there. Could have been a massive opportunity to score a second. What a start that could have been had that been the case. We have a reset here, and statistically, just Lions are one of the best scrums in the competition, actually. So long may that continue. So a possible penalty here. Go to the corner this time. Don't lose the line out, and let's score another one nice and early here, lads. Come on, let's try and put this to get bed to game to bed. Not very stable as that scrum there, and it goes straight down. And it's going to be up another reset. I'm very surprised that the referee actually allowed it to go in, given the lack of stability there. Cian Healy, one of the bigger names in that Leinster side there, and then in the number 1 jersey. You'll need to really try and anchor. He's up against Ruan Dre, who, as I said, has played for Springboks. So one of the bigger names in the Lions side from a experience point of view. Massive scrum that for the Lions. Penalty advantage as well. I'm not sure we're going to be able to get the ball out now, but there is a penalty. And decision time. Yeah, PJ Butcher, I think, is indicating that he wants to take another scrum. I think they take the points here, the Lions. So not adverse to. Right, Nahamba, who's kicked very well so far this season. And turns immediately. Right, raising the flags. It's Nahamba. 10 points to 0 after 7 minutes. The perfect start so far from the Lions. Important to just keep that scoreboard ticking over. As I said, a bonus point win, which they continue building like this, could be on the cards here, would take them up to temporarily 5th place. Storm is still to play, as well as Benetton. Ulster, however, did play. So they've already had their game for the season. They went down. They just beat Cardiff last week, so they're up into 6th. But as I said, they have played a game so far. So the Lions would, even with other results, could go up and finish 6th on the weekend. The big thing at the moment, obviously, with the Stormers, that they were to beat the Ospreys, that would then suddenly give a bit of distance between Lions and Ospreys, which would be good to see. Yeah, very, very tight in between sort of 11th and 5th. That's a good clearance there from Vandenberg, who finds touch. Good exit so far. Lions doing the basics well. And that's important. I think just when it comes to these games, sometimes, you almost psych yourself out because you get told so many times it's a rotated Leinster side, for example. You should be beating them. It's a B team, etc., etc. But you still got to rock up and you still got to get the job done. And Ingatar making a good break there, getting the ball away. Tackle coming from Eric Cornea. Good work from him. First big opportunity here for Leinster. And on the right-hand side, Harry Bird looking for options. Left-hand side decides McGrath. And it's a good kick in behind the defence. Trying a little bit of a cross kick. Nobody's going to run to it. Not even 10 minutes played so far, so it's been quite a frantic start to proceedings in Johannesburg. PJ Butcher, ball in hand, but Leinster will be contesting most lineouts. They do contest and make it difficult, but Frank Horn does win, and Sinan Nahamba will go to manage Tuka. Gets past 1. Good K from him. Ball available from Moya Vandenberg. Goes to Nahamba. Nahamba's going to go to the boot. We'll keep that inside, obviously, outside the 22. Kick over the tip of the top from Frowley. And I think it's been knocked forward by him. Turnover ball here. Comes away to Currie Horn. Berg now to Morgan O'Dear. Steps inside of the oncoming Ross Maloney. Solid carry from the loose head. Getting a rare start today. Now Nahamba, options. Goes to Morris Lowe. Good hands. And Franco Horn now puts the pedal down. Gives it away to JC Pretorius. JC Pretorius with the pace. More in front of Berg inside. Bit of a juggle. But will he go all the way? Ball back inside. Back to Morris Lowe. What a try that is. The Lions, champagne rugby, end-to-end stuff. Beautiful. Beautiful. That is why we're here. Best team in South Africa. If they can play like this all the time. I'm exaggerating. Please don't take me too seriously. But that is a phenomenal try. It's just there. Bang. Sucking up Kieran Frawley. And then it's just drawn past. JC Pretorius. Ball back inside. Morten van den Berg snatched it a bit too early. Mandy managed to regather. And then just popping it over the top to Marius Lowe. It's the support lines that are so good. And Marius Lowe, over he goes. Well, 2 tries in basically 10 minutes. Doesn't get much better than this. And Stan Nahamba, who's already got 5 points in the match, kicking 2 might make it his post battalion 7. His most difficult kick of the day, but not particularly difficult. And that's a horrible, horrible kick, though. He pulled it way left. Dreadful strike. Just looked uncomfortable from the get-go, to be honest. Very uncharacteristic, that of Snare Nahamba. But 15 points to know is where it'll stay. Could take that from Morten van den Berg. Right, deep inside the 22, they go to Currie Horn, and then he uses his left boot to try and find touch, and will find touch. Good exit so far from the Lions. As I said, just doing the basics right. I mean, just please keep doing that. Keep the defense nice and solid. The attack will take care of itself. This is one thing this team knows how to do. They know how to attack. They know how to score tries. And they'll always score points every week. For them, it's just about whether they can stop conceding as many points. But Leinster down the front foot. And there's an interception from Snare Nahamba because he got the pace. He gives it away to, I think it's Richard Quill. No, it's Currie Horn. Well, he knows how to find a try line. He's going to find another one. The line's running riot. That's 3 tries within 15 minutes. Come on, the lads. And mistakes just being compounded here. Interception there for Snare Nahamba. The support player was there, so he always had, Currie Horn always had as the option there. Lions, 3 tries, up to 20 points within 15 minutes, within 14 minutes. Scoreboard doesn't even have time to catch up at the moment. Well, 20 points to 0, and we haven't even had 15 minutes played. Right, number. That's a much better kick. Down the poles, through the poles it goes. 20 points to 0. Lions are cooking over in Joburg. One more try would secure the bonus point already. So, I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better start. Yes, I know, you all know it's a weekend Leinster side, but you're still going to go out there and play what's in front of you, and the Lions have not had any complacency early on, which is good to see. They go short with kickoff to Leinster, and it's very, very well taken. So they have regained possession off the line. That's a bit better. Ross Maloney. Looking for a response now on Leinster. And almost finding a bit of space, but it was closed down quickly for Liam Turner. Now down the right-hand side once again. Hayburn looking for options. Goes to the big Max Deegan. Now Hayburn going to Kean Healy. To Turner. Crawley. Going to Tarte Clarkson. Skips one tackle, but eventually brought down by Ruan Dreyer. And I think it was a knock-on. It was going to be a knocked out. It could be a penalty based on that whistle. The penalty now for Leinster, an opportunity for them to try and hit back, and the Lions need to. This is again, you started out well now just don't let me concede. Skew line out, we'll take that. We'll take that. Winter says, what is with that line out? It was definitely straight. You could even see it deliberate the way he aimed, and then last minute you could see him looking right a bit through the ball at the Leinster line. I'm not sure which line you're talking about. But Sean saying, I'm from Ireland, but this is refreshing to see how they handle the rest of the game. Yeah, very, very good start. And have had a couple of a bit of luck. And now, as I said, it's about handling the rest of the game. You cannot, well, from a Lions perspective, you cannot let them even begin to believe they can get back into this game. For Leinster, well, it's about getting back sooner rather than later to give themselves something to try and raise the energy levels a bit. It's a big scrum coming from Leinster. They'll give them a bit of confidence. It's going to go straight up. It will be a reset. Look, to be fair, the Leinster sent a weekend side a couple of years ago and did beat the Lions. I'm pretty sure Sam Prendergast's debut game actually for Leinster. So there's definitely been an improvement on this Lions side because for me, I think it's a sense of belief. There hasn't been a sense of belief for a while, and I think now, for example, Leinster choose to rotate, and I think the Lions very much go, that's fine, but we're going to beat you. Whereas I think the Lions' mentality a few years ago, they would have been almost so excited about the prospect of winning. Whereas now, I think they're going into games with genuine confidence. They genuinely believe that they can beat most teams in this competition. So it's a refreshing change of mentality for the Joburg side. And just getting to top 8. Champions Cup rugby would be absolutely massive for this union. Penalty there at the scrum time. So everything going very well so far from the home side. Yeah, so right now, a win, we're taking 39 points, which should be tied with Ulster and Stormers. A bonus win would take them to 40 points, which would be 3 points behind Munster, who take on Bulls. It'll also be 5 points behind Bulls, and at least one of those teams will drop points today. If you look at other games, Benton currently beating Dragons. Benton are in the top 8, and so they could go up to 1 point behind Munster. They would have win that game. Right, Lions back on the front foot here. Other games, for example, are Edinburgh versus Scarlets, Connacht versus Zebra. So you do expect to see not too much probably movement in that top 8. Ospreys potentially could drop out of it if they were to lose today. Apart from that, there'd have to be a couple of shocks if the Scarlets, for example, were to shock Edinburgh. Right, deep inside their own half now, Leinster. Lions kicking the ball away. Going to Ed van der Merwe. Ed van der Merwe stepping inside. I haven't seen much of Ed van der Merwe. He's a tricky customer at the best of times. Boom Alberts. That's a strong carry from the Bone Collector. Little pop up there from Moy van den Berg, and a penalty has been awarded. And no need to take anything quickly, lads. Just kick to the corner. Let's try and find that fourth try. Anthony's saying Lions are always a team that brings the heat. Can cause major upsets. Look, I think in all honesty, and this is maybe showing you the Lions have progressed, this wouldn't really be an upset if you look at the two teams, Lions at home as well. But we've seen Lions teams in the past not step up when it comes to these sort of games. So it is refreshing, and I say that as a Lions fan. As Baggy says, crazy starts. Looking for the bonus point try in the first 20 minutes. And it's been stirred at the line. The Lions line continues to be absolutely dreadful. It is so bad. Anything besides like a front foot ball, I mean, front line ball is like almost a guaranteed turnover at the moment. It's pathetic. It's another line they'll probably lose it again. And left behind, they knock on from the Lions. Bit of a set move, not quite coming off. Now Leicester looking for a bit of contact. Frawley going to Turner. Turner stepping back inside. I'll give him a bit of space. Tackled by PJ Buerta. Almost through the gap there did Scott Penny. Now back to Charlie Ingerton. Not many options. Going to go to the boot. Pops it just ahead of Sanena Humber, who returns the favour. Kicks it pretty deep. I think this is Harry Byrne with some time. It is Byrne. It's a really, really good kick there from Byrne. And Richard Creel opting not to take quickly, but it's a fantastic kick from the fly half. Finding himself, obviously, with a bit more game time this season. Him and his brother, the two preferred sort of fly halves, now that Johnny Sexton has retired. Sam Prendergast on the bench. The next generation. Crowd attendance, I don't know. I don't know what the official number is. I know somebody there, and it does seem to be a reasonable crowd in. It's obviously such a big stadium that when you could have 5,000 people in there, 10,000 people in there, and it's like a sixth of the capacity. So it never looks particularly full. Had a really good crowd there. I think it was the Bulls game about a month ago. About 25 to 30,000 people in there. Crowds are definitely getting bigger. It helps the Lions playing better brand of rugby. Looks like we're having a bit of a break here. Not sure if there's an injury. Opportunity to get some water. It is very warm today in Johannesburg. Much better line of that from the Lions. Nahamba. Tutuka in the centres. Big collision for him. Spinning around, working hard in the tackle. Still spinning is Tutuka. One from the Berg. Back to Nahamba in the pocket. This is high in the air. Richard Creel will give chase. And it's come loose there, I think, forward. So it'll be a scrum for the Lions. Eric Cornier giving chase. And Frawley is down and clutching his head, but is going to get up. He's all good to continue. Eric Cornier actually blocked by a lot of the lane space. So Frawley didn't have really much of an excuse to drop that. It was pretty much uncontested. Right, so as things stand, the Lions will go into 7th. Just ahead of Benton, who are currently playing. Edinburgh still to play, Connacht still to play. They can all both go ahead of the Lions. That's why it's so important that the Lions get a bonus point victory today. From a points difference point of view, Lions currently sitting with 77, by the way, which is the highest points difference outside of the top 4. Interesting stat for you. They don't lose by much, and when they win, they often win big. Collected 10 points, bonus points across the season. Only Cardiff has collected more, and Leinster collected the same amount in terms of bonus points. A lot of those losing bonus points, but still. Come on, lads. Scrum penalty, corner. I want to get this 4th try. It's been like 10 minutes almost since we scored points here. It's not good enough. Let's get this going again. I want 50. I mean, he's clearly playing him there, Mr. Ref. Not the best pass there. Mario Slow throws a long pass out to Kieran Horn, though. Kieran Horn, inside ball to Ed van der Merwe. Bounced off one. There is a replacement, by the way. Still going to Ed van der Merwe. Now desperately trying to stay in. He's not going to manage. And there's a bit of afters here. Eric Cornell getting involved in fraud. But it does look as a replacement, by the way. I think that Cormac Foley's onto the park. So a bit of an injury there. Referee having a word with Eric Cornell and Kieran Foley for a bit of pushing and shoving after. Not very much in it, to be honest. Morris having a big chat with the referee. Good lie there from Leinster. Oh, that's a big hit, though. That's a thumping tackle. Marius Lowe, that's so stupid. I mean, he's made the tackle, made a massive hit, and then just roll away, mate. What are you thinking? That's so frustrating. I mean, you go make a great tackle, you've got the momentum, and then you just go and like stand up and walk through the ruck. So stupid. Come on, man. Come now. You better play than that. The double tackle there, Tuka and Morris Lowe. It's a big hit. You've done very well. Now roll away. Another good line though from Leinster. Guitar looking good options. Pops inside to Turner. It's a good tackle from him. Wasn't really expecting that Kean Healy, but he'll carry regardless. Now back down the left-hand side. Looking for options there. That's another very good tackle. PJ Buerta getting nice and low on Clarkson. Not too many options here. Harry Byrne will go to the boot. Sees a bit of space on that right-hand side. Ed van der Merwe is well positioned. He wants to run here. Oh, it's a big hit on him. He sat down Liam Turner. Deceptively strong on the tackle is Ed van der Merwe. I think people sort of see the build and the kind of quick scrum cap, fleet-footed, and then forget how physical he actually can be. Now Nahamba with a bit of a cross kick. See a bit of space there, and I'll tell you what, Richard Creel gathers that. It could have been on. Just too much on it. Lions trying a few different things here. The option was on, I think. There's plenty of space out wide. Actually, let me look at this thing. Just bang. Puts down Liam Turner. Then 2 players needed to stop him. Great carry that from Edel van der Merwe. Not that Boxer in any sort of shortage of a wing, but I think he could very well be in that conversation. My stream has just had a bit of a meltdown here, so let me just sort this out. Come on. And we're back. I missed the last few seconds. We'll catch you up in a second. I think it's Leinster ball. I'm not sure what the penalty or knock on. There's a penalty. The Lions, who started like a house on fire, just taking the foot off the pedal at the moment. Clash with the scrum is the call. Four pens conceded so far from Leinster, 2 from Lions. A good kick though there for Harry Byrne, and all of a sudden Leinster are 10 metres up from the try line. Don't let them score. You've been so good so far today. This is now where it's important. So far, good more defence there. Leinster have to use it. Slow ball now. Looking for options, keeping it tight. Good tackle there from Willem Alberts. That's another good tackle. They didn't quite hang on to it. Good hit initially by Stuka, but needs to hang on. Now just short here, Leinster. Much better this from their visitors. Another pick up and go. Just short once again. Good defenses from the Lions. Once again, over they go. They're going to be able to get grounding, or the Lions hold them up. I think it's held up. It is held up. Yes, lads. Yes, lads. Moments like that. Moments like that. As important as scoring the tries. Being able to absorb the pressure, force a turnover. Right, Baggy saying this next team is there for a massive demolition. Need to hit 39 points here. Bonus point vital. And then saying brilliant with regards to the defense. Yeah, very nice. So 10 minutes to go in the half. Get that bonus point try. So important. I think there's a bit of break in play. I think there's a bit of water here for the players. It is very warm. The altitude, I think, will definitely kick in later as well. So the Lions, in theory, should only get more and more dominant because they should be pretty used to these conditions. It has been a bit cooler in the last week or two, but they did send a bit of a second string side over to Benton. So the majority of this side have been back in Joburg for the last few weeks. Kieran Horn with the goal line dropout hammers it downfield into the hands of Max Deegan, who's looking to get up to a good run there. That's a great tackle coming from his opposite number, Franco Horn and PJ Buerta. Leinster back on the front foot, though. And my stream has just stopped once again. I mean, really, you pay all this money for Super Sport, and their streaming service is absolutely terrible. Leinster 10 meters out. At front football, a good defense that from the Lions. Penalty advantage here, not too much on. Right in front of the poles. I mean, they can't take the points really because they're so many points down, but it'd almost be a good idea from just to put some points on the board. And that's a fumble, so they'll go back for the penalty. But better that from Leinster, sort of growing in confidence. And they're going to go to the line. Yeah, I would also go to the line. Their line has been very good. The running more earlier was pretty well set as well. Lions defended well. But from an accuracy point of view, it was pretty good. Right, just about 7.5 minutes left on the clock for the first half. Leicester have had more momentum in the past few minutes, so I would love to see Lions just defend, absorb the pressure, win a couple of penalties, get themselves back in the half. They haven't seen much of Jason Jenkins so far. Probably a part of the Leinster will want to change. They've got players that can come off the bench to make a difference, Leinster, but not too many. I mean, you've got Michael Alatoa, plenty of experience in there. Same with Michael Milner, been around the block. Rhys Ruddock is a Leinster stalwart. You then got the exciting talent of Sam Prendergast, but obviously very inexperienced. So at the moment, Benton versus Dragons. We'll have a check and see what's happening in that game now, shall we? Currently sitting at 12 points to 0 to the Dragons. After this, kickoff will start at 5 o'clock for Bulls versus Munster. Stormers versus Ospreys at 7:15 this evening. We'll be live for all three of those games. 8:30 will be Edinburgh versus Scarlets and Connacht versus Zebre to bring down the URC weekend. Then next weekend, Lions host Munster. We expect to see a much stronger Munster side coming to Ellis Park. Bulls will host Ospreys. Stormers host Leinster. Sharks still away on their away leg up against Scarlets. Other matches look like Ulster versus Benetton. Big match for the top 8, as is Cardiff versus Edinburgh. So it all starting to heat up in the last few weeks of the URC. Once it's the call to use a good more defense there from the Lions, and they do use it. And Frawley coming back inside, stepping well as Frawley, eventually brought down by, I think it's Eric Cornier and Morne van den Berg. Left hand side, that's not a great pass, but it's a good pickup from Nagatai, but the ball's come loose and they're going to go back for a penalty, I assume for offside. Wasn't at the maul. So lots and lots of pressure on the Lions from Leinster. The question is, can Leinster find a way in? That's a good line out. A bit of an inside ball there. 3-step move there. JC Pretorius holding on to the ball for dear life. Right in the front foot, Leinster. Now Jason Jenkins. Good tackle on him. Quick ball there. That's a good tackle. Driving him back. Good defense so far, yes, from the Lions. On the left-hand side they go. Max Deegan. Trying to get over the gain line advantage here, Leinster. Now right up against the touchline. And they've bounded them out, I think. They have indeed. It's great defense. Lots of work there for Rob Russell to do. And the Lions just waited for the hit and then drove them to the corner. Bounded them out. That's another 5-meter line that they have successfully defended, but we've got to get outside at 22 at the moment. We've been pushed back and kept you for quite a while. So big line out here, an opportunity to try and clear our lines a bit. They're going to go to the back of the line out. And Chatuka has filtered forward. That is absolutely rudimentary. And we haven't to go to the long line because the lineouts are a disaster. The ball over the top there from PJ Buerta. Running onto it was Chatuka. There was no excuse there. You can't put that on PJ Buerta. It was right there for Chatuka and in and out. Right, down the right-hand side, has to go with the back of the scrum. Trying to get tight. That's a good tackle on him. In the last 10 minutes, I've been very, very impressed with the physicality being shown by the Lions. Max Deegan getting nice and low there, the Lions. Quick ball there, left-hand side. Liam Turner, a lot of Lions players up quickly, but Liam Turner's broken through. He's going to go over. He is going to go over. The defense is finally breached. And I look at that line out there and think that is horrendous. Horrendous defending. Well, we shouldn't have been in the position. We had defended so well. We're having a look here. The try has not yet been awarded. I'm not sure what they're looking at. Please find a reason not to award it. Be really, really appreciative of it. Looking to see if he was over the line here. Not going to be able to see. I think it might be short there. That's very blurred. I think he actually might be short here, you know? Can't really see the line there either. I can sort of see it. I'm kind of about that tuft of grass. Now, where does it? No, he's short. It does look a bit. It does look short, actually. Well, this could yet be chalked off. That'll be a nice reprieve. I don't know what the question was. I don't know if the question was try or no try, or the decision, on-field decision is a try. So that could obviously be quite important. Is there enough evidence here? I think he's short here, though. So that could yet be a bit of a get out of jail free card. Could be a knock on, yes. Scrum for the Lions. Hope you get a penalty. From that angle, it's short. You can see the entire line there. Yeah, I think this is short. I think this is a knock on. Taking a long time to have a look here. And all the angles, I don't know what the question was. The question was any reason not to award the try. That's the only thing. Well, if the on-field decision is a try, then might be awarded, because you could argue that maybe there's not enough evidence. I think it looks pretty short, though. Okay, no try, knock on. Come on! Yes, the lads. Thank you very much. Knock on, scrum for the Lions. Got to get out of their half here. You can boo all you want, but he was short. Turner was good. It was a good line being run. Slipped a couple of tackles, but big let of that for the Lions. Big scrum here. Just under 4 minutes left in the half. Let's just get to half time, I think, and regroup. After all, it was such a good early start, the Lions just sort of just let the momentum slip a bit. So half time could be a good idea, and then hopefully, especially towards the end of the game, altitude will start to kick in and they can finish this off. Bad call from the ref. Look, I mean, I'm a Lions fan, but I don't think. I mean, on the one angle, you could see the entire try line, and then the ball behind it. So yeah, I don't think. And the on-field decision was he initially thought it was short as well. So apparently my stress level is unusually high. Actually, I'm very relaxed, people. This is like, I mean, if you think this is me stressed, wait till box season. Goodness me. Right, come on, big scrum, you lads, big scrum. It's gone down, ball available, and Franco Horn goes to Snena Hammer. Right, he needs to find a good clearance. And he'll exit just outside the 22, so not out of the woods yet, but a bit better than being 10 meters away from the try line. I wasn't particularly happy with that kick, was Nahamba. Right, 1.5 minutes, chaps. Let's just defend this. Let's just get to half time, shall we? Charlie gets eyes there. Good game, yeah. To think that the centre stocks that Leinster have, and they're going to add Geordie Barrett. Obviously, they are losing inside, but I mean, Gary Ringworth, Robbie Henshaw, Osborne, Barrett. It's just childish, isn't it? And this is Charlie Ngatai, who's looking for options there. About 70 seconds left on the clock. Down the right-hand side, they go to Ken Healy. Now, good line being run there. Good defense so far. Lions, just one penalty here. Less than a minute on the clock. Just get to half time, lads. Turner, he was the one who was just short. Now, Bird looking for options. It's a great read, but a bit of space down there for Bitter Alberts. Kuhn Horn's there. And it's Kuhn Horn. Won the turnover. Penalty advantage, I think. No. But it is a turnover. 30 seconds now. That's a great piece of intervention there from Kuhn Horn. And then you knock it on. And who's knocked it on? It's Emmanuel Stuka with friggin' butterfingers today. I mean, that's 2 knock-ons in such important positions. I mean, all you had to do is recycle it, kick deep. It would have been 10 seconds left on the clock. We would have had one more pass to play, and it would have been half-time. Instead, knocked it on the brink of half-time. Jacques Nielbar's busy watching on. I mean, come on, guys. We can't be giving a World Cup winning coach an opportunity to try and get back in the game before half-time here. Right, big scrum here, lads. Come on, man. We're so annoyed if we could see before half-time. Clock has turned red, so this will be the final pass to play. Not going to get that bonus point before half-time, which is a bit frustrating given how much momentum we had early on. Once again, the scrum's gone down. There's been very little stability. It'll be interesting to see how the second half goes. Michael Adatoa has got plenty of experience coming on. The Lions are bringing on JP Smith, but Asnat and Clavicani has been terrific for the Lions. Big tight head, back from a ban from a red card he received against, I think it was against Connacht, when the Lions pumped Connacht away. And then went down to Ospreys the week later. It's been a very frustrating season for the Lions. They should be very comfortably in that top 8. But alas, have lost a couple of silly games. So this has been better today. But yeah, the momentum has swung significantly back towards Leinster. But 22 points on the board. You cannot be blowing this sort of lead. That's a bit more stability there. Ball available at the back. Right, they use it. Ball's available there. Last bit of defense needed from the Lions. Jason Vittoria's looking to get over that ball. And that's been turned over from the Lions. But a penalty, I think it was hands in the ruck. It could be the call. I think he could have played the scrum off. Again, silly. And I got a bad feeling it's Marius Lowe again as well. Now, decision time. Yeah, Leinster have been here for 15 minutes. Do they just take the points? Tap and go here from Leinster. Come on, lads. Just one turnover. One more pass to play and we get to half-time. Just keep it nice and tight here, boys. I'll switch there. Jason Jenkins. Going to the phase now. Burn. Long ball over the top. And able to find a move up there quickly. It's a great chop tackle on him. Still with Leinster, but they've lost a bit of ground. 3 minutes after the clock has run out for the half. Max Deegan now. In fact, I think it's Scott Penny. Burn. And then knock forward. Thank you very much. That'll be the half. Well, given how it started, maybe a bit disappointing to not be further ahead, but I'm never going to complain about being 22 points to 0 up against Leinster at half-time. Very, very good half that for the Lions. They will take a 22-point lead into half-time. Got to get that bonus point early in the second half and then just protect that win. What do you think about the game? Leave me in the comments. If you're new, subscribe as well. And I will see you guys in a little bit after half-time. Right, and we are back. Lions 22, Leinster 20. A really good first half from the home side, who have got a very good lead, but one more try to get that bonus point. And for me, the most important part of that half was probably the first or the last 10 minutes, really, of just defense, and more defense. So the Lions remaining pretty resolute, and that for me is probably the biggest positive because the Lions have not struggled to score points throughout the season, but sometimes conceding far too easily and softly. So the fact that they haven't conceded as of yet is a really big positive. Now the question is, what can they muster up for the second 40? Again, they had such a good start, but then really faded away in that sort of second part of that first half. So important to start well once again, and just make sure that Leinster don't even believe for a second that they can potentially make a comeback. That's a great grab, almost a knock on there. And a penalty there for Leinster. Lions discipline's been slipping a little bit of late. So Eric Cornier down on at the moment. He's got a very good replacement on the bench if we need him in Henkoff and Vake, who makes a return from injury today, which is going to be very exciting. Very exciting young player involved in that Springbok alignment camp. For me, a bit of a matter of time until he plays. And what a play. He is great in attack. Phenomenal on defense. And I mean, you think about the defensive masterclass we saw of JC Creel during the Rugby World Cup. Well, I'll tell you what, watch out for Henkoff and Vake. He is, the way he reads the game, his cover tackles, they are fantastic. But once again, Leinster back on the front foot here. Harry Byrne with a good touch finder. Lions, as I said, just having to absorb a lot of momentum now. Need to try and get themselves back on the front foot. And they'll want to try and just keep Leinster, hold Leinster for about 20 minutes, and then unload the bench and really start to hammer away, make the altitude come into play, the heat. And they do contest the line there. It's a bit of a messy one there. Backwards is the call. But Franco Horn's on that ball. Going on the left-hand side there. Important tackle. There was nobody down the blind side. Right, trying to get size. Carried a lot so far this game. And lost forward in the tackle there. Morgan Nordier's come away. He's had a strong game with ball in hand, has the loose head. Just took a quick ball to Franco Horn. Franco Horn going to Marius Lowe. Marius Lowe side, a little chip over the top there. Leinster defense up quickly. And it's almost bounced up perfectly for Sinan Nahamba. It was the right option from Marius Lowe. Really good work there. You can see he saw the Leinster defense rushing up. It was the right option. If it just stayed inside, then I think it could have been very, very interesting. Great rip early in the tackle there from Ruan Dalport. And Morgan Nordier, good carry from him. Been impressed by him today. Right, Leinster back on the front foot, Jay, but a bit deeper in the half, trying to get side. Referee almost getting in the way there. Pass out wide there, more in front of Berg. And breaks through the tackle here. Dalport makes a tackle and steps. Oh, that is dreadful defending. That is absolutely dreadful defending. I mean, how pathetic is that for the start of the half? I mean, that's ridiculous. To have defended so well for 10 minutes and then to do that 3 minutes of the second half is pathetic. That is amateur hour. Amateur hour. Oh, is that not forward though? That might be a question. We could have a forward pass here, and even that might be looked at as well. So we are going to have a look here. They've already had a try chalked off for when it was short. So Leicester fans will not be happy if they have another one that's disallowed. But it did look potentially like a forward pass. Yeah, no try, forward pass. I mean, heartbreaking Leinster. The Lions hanging in here. Well, hanging in here. It was 22 points to 0. But, I mean, they've gotten away with 2 now. Yeah, I think that one did go forward there from the replacement on for Andrew Osborne and Cormac Foley. I think Liam Turner's actually moved to the wing here. I think Harry Byrne's actually operating the centres from them. I'm trying to work out exactly who's at where here. No, I think it does look like Cormac Foley's on the wing. A strange replacement to make. And that's another replacement here for Leinster, by the way. It's an injury replacement, I think. He's actually the try scorer here. Big scrum there from the Lions. That's a nice moment. That'll give them a bit of confidence. As I said, they've just lost a lot of momentum, and a scrum like that is the perfect way to gain some back. Right, so now Nahamba will be able to put Lions back on the front foot. Needs to find a good touch finder up against the touchline, and he's put that in the air for quite a while. It looks like a great kick there from Nahamba. And just seeing, yeah, I think this is Morgan O'Dear. Yeah, Morgan O'Dear working through there, really, really strong. Ruan Dre on the other side as well, eventually getting into the action as well. It's a good scrum though, and there's a replacement here. So McKee is on for Barron. So 2 players on now for Leinster. No, and Milner on for Healy as well. Michael Alato, they've replaced their front row. You have Leinster. No replacements as yet for the Lions, but they have lost the line out once again. PJ Boyd's throwing leaves so much to be desired. I just cannot understand how he can be so bad at this level. Once again, finally get some momentum, turnover ball, kick deep, and then bang. You go and lose a line like that. It's so poor. It is so, so poor. And inexcusable, really. At this level, I mean, I actually want to go check how many lines that is lost. I mean, it's pathetic. I want to find my stats here and see how many lines we've actually lost, because it's not going to be pretty reading at all. And here we are. In the first half, it was 3 lines lost. That's not 4 lines lost. That's 50% lines won. That's fantastic. That's brilliant. How are you supposed to try and build momentum if you're winning 1 every 2 lineouts? It's pathetic. Come on, I mean, you've got to be operating at 90 plus. Marius Lowe trying to get over in the front foot. Presents it. Morning van den Berg. Goes left hand side. Morgan O'Dear. It's a good tackle on him. Now Morning van den Berg, not too much on. Puts it to the boot. Eden van der Merwe chasing hard. It's a good take. Now, Alato, his first carry, very upright the tackle, eventually comes slamming down. Now, Nahamba, little chip over the top there. Tell you what, we can barely see anything in the sun over there. And it's a bit of a kicking chase to get the battle at the moment. Eden van der Merwe now, looking to run. Seeing a bit of space. Eden van der Merwe almost, he does burst straight through, but eventually brought down on the halfway line. That's a bit of momentum. Now down the right-hand side. Nahamba sees some space. Marius Lowe has thrown an intercept. Oh, it's so poor. There's no advantage. There was a penalty advantage, thankfully. Just like we've forgotten how to play rugby in the last 20 minutes. Come on, lads. Just need a moment to get back to the front foot here. Right, Anthony's saying Leinster 36 tackles, 13 missed. That's a mental stat. Lions 95 tackles, 17 missed. Yeah, 82% versus 64%. And look, I mean, I suppose that is a little bit representative of a Jacques Niel defense system does often have a lot of missed tackles because it's about stopping the momentum. But that's not been the case today. They've just been poor in defense. Lions a bit better. Yeah, and I mean, Morris Lowe makes a better pass there. I think the Lions could be on here. So Lions taking the points. That's very, very, I think a bit defeatist in a certain degree. But I suppose it kind of shows you the kind of game it's become. Result is the most important thing. They have had no momentum, so they're going to take the points and just try and get back to that scoreboard ticking. 94% win prediction. Well, I hope so. I hope so. Yo, it's just snuck over. Good kick in the end. I'm a bit confused. The flag seemed to stay down, actually. One flag went up. So someone's made a cock up here. We're going to have to go look at the TMO. I mean, really? We now need a TMO to check penalties and conversions because our on-field officials can't use their eyes. I mean, really, guys? That is pathetic. Come now. Making it really difficult not to go after you. I thought this was over. And keep rolling. It is over, yeah. It is over. So it's snuck over, but it is indeed over. So 25 points to 0. There's not the longest boot in the country, does Nahama, but long enough on that occasion. And the Lions get the first points of the second half. Finally get some more points after, I think, the first points since the 15th minute. Deep restart that and managed to actually hold on to the ball for the first time. He's made 2 big knock-ons today. He has carried well when he managed to catch the ball. And the ball got a bit loose there. And as I said. But thankfully, one of the Leinster players actually playing the ball all offside position, so conceding a penalty. Getting away with that one. So now Manal can kick the lines further up the field where we can attempt to win the line out. So we're winning. I think we're due a win because we lost the last line and we're winning 50%. So in theory, it should be due a line win. I mean, I think that stat is mind-blowing. Mind-blowingly bad. Hey, we want to line out. Come on. Up the lads. Up the lads. Now it's Tuka. That's a big hit on him. Shrugs it off and off he goes. Keeps going. Quick boy up Van den Berg. Now a bit of a juggle. And then throws it straight out. Guys, that is so poor. Can we just keep it a little bit simple? Just keep the bloody ball for a bit. My goodness. How do you go from that first 15 minutes to what we're seeing here now? I mean, it's ridiculous. Just keep it simple. Hey. Lions have won just 2 of their 10 previous counts with Irish provinces. One of them was that big win against Connacht, actually. The advantage for Leinster. So, I mean, the Lions really not pitching up at the moment. And once again, Leinster inside the 22 and on the front foot. I mean, guys, can we just not? Another penalty advantage. I mean, really, guys, come on. Almost obstruction there. Harry Byrne backward pass there. Penalty advantage still on. Lost a bit of momentum now, have Leinster. And that's going to be a try. That's not going to be disallowed. Ah, dear, dear, dear. It's been coming. It's been coming. It's been really, really poor, to be honest. Like, I mean, if you even think about throwing this away, I will convert and become a full-time Puma supporter or something. A little chipping behind there from Harry Byrne. No idea where the sweep was. No sweeper. And it's Frawley who goes over in the end. That's been coming. They've had two disallowed, rightfully disallowed. But it shows you how different things could have been. Right, guys, do we go into like play some rugby now, or like what's the chat here? I mean, really. Right, any subs on here, boys? Maybe like somebody that actually wants to be on here. A little bit of hunger would be nice. Alright, 54 minutes. So hopefully there's not enough time really for Leinster to come back, given the fact it's taken them 54 minutes to score their first points. But the Lions at the moment are doing their best to throw things away. I think that we've got another 5 minutes and we've got to throw on the bench, and I'll put on a lot of place. I think that there's a lot of players that can add a lot to it. I think Hendricks would be a good idea. I think just to manage the game a bit. Roddy Moya for the Lions is a bit better from them. And Moya van den Berg's caught in the ball. Asnatin Klaverkanya's on, by the way, so that's the first sub of the day for the Lions. I think the right one as well. And we're going into scrum off, and that's Jakob Asaki on as well. At least hopefully that'll try and sort out the bad issues. But his first carry gets turned over, and they're taking it quickly here. I think it's a penalty advantage as well for not being 10. There's a lot of space out wide. It's a good tackle coming from Eric Cornier. And he wins the turnover as well. That's so well played. Now could their counter-attack be yet beyond? They're kicking behind. Richard Creel is chasing this. Go, Richard! I guess they're on a play. Are we going to do it? He's just short. Anybody there? Pop up to Emmanuel Chatuka. Well, it's a bit of a smash and grab try, but we'll take them however they come. Oh, that's a big moment. That's a big moment. And once again, completely gets the run of play. Good support play that as well. Well, that should hopefully, I mean, I say hopefully, the way things are, never know, but that should hopefully maybe swing a bit of momentum. That is the bonus point try, at least. Right, numbers, doing well so far with the team. That's terrible. He's had two of them. They're weird. He's actually stopped and stretched himself out a bit there, so I have a bit of cramp or something settling in, but doesn't look particularly happy. Right, 30 points to 7. Come on, chaps. Let's just see this out, shall we? What else have we got? A couple of subs here. Anybody else want to come on? I want to see a scrum cap in the centres. That's right up against the touchlines. A really good take that from Port. Couple changes here. I think we might see Jordan Henderson coming on. So North Knuckles on for Willem Alberts, who was pretty solid actually once again. The veteran. Reese Ruddock, who's just come on, by the way, goes up and comes down with it. Liam Turner to Byrne to Frawley. Good tackle that from Sinan Nahamba. Does well to roll as well. Leicester trying to respond here as we approach the hour mark. Harry Byrne to Frawley. And Kuhn horns up quickly. Good decision that from him, actually. Byrne inside ball. This is much better from Leinster. Lions so far. Defense is holding firm, though. Harry Byrne caught in the ball. That's not almost forward. I thought he was in front of him when he came, but bit of a mismatch here. Steps back inside. Kuhn Horn makes the tackle. Just outside the 22 here. I think Sinan Hammer's going to have to come off here. He's in a lot of pain, so we'll probably see Jordan Henderson on very soon. Not too much on at the moment. Jason Pretorius, another good tackle. Do the phase of the lanes to go. Now offside penalty. Ah, come on, man. Kick pass to on the right hand side. It's well taken up against the touchline. Ball comes back and it'll be out. We'll go back for the penalty. Leinster looking really good over here. It's a good tackle from Morning Vandenberg. Really, really good work to get across there, make it. I think we'll see a couple more subs here for the Lions. Not too much movement, but Sinan Nahamba is struggling. It looks like a bit of cramp there for him. Sam Prendergast is on here. So lots of the Leinster players on. Just two of them. In fact, I think just one remaining on the bench at the moment, which is Connor Atiena, the young 21-year-old. And Marius Lowe's having a chat with the referee about something. Not sure what. So after this, we'll be able to watch Archie Snyman take on his former side with the Bulls taking on Munster. I'll be with you guys for that game as well. "19 minutes left. 23 points the gap. And Sam Prendergast just chips us into touch, and the Leinster will have a 5-meter line out. Now, caught Ping was off offside there. All right, here comes some more subs, and it's JP Smith on, as well as Reynard North-Nachel. So that's interesting. Ruben Dalport's come off, so Willem Alberts will play the full 80. You don't often see that from him. Go to the back line to Leinster. And a bit of space there for Max Deegan. Quickly shut by Morne van den Berg. Courageous defender. That'll scrum off. Rhys Ruddock now. Leinster legend. Momentum once again here with Leinster. Lions doing a lot of defending this half. Maloney now. Pick up and go from Rhys Ruddock. Six phases from Leinster. Just short yard Leinster. Good defenses from Lions. Willem Alberts, I tell you, still, 40 years young, putting his body on the line, throwing himself around. Lovely to see. Right, now goes to McGrath, goes to Turner. Quick defense up here, and this is pathetic. How do you go 30 points to 7 up, or 25 points to 0 up, and then decide, you know what, actually, I reckon we can just not play and we'll be able to win this game. Come on. This is getting ridiculous. Another try for Fraudy, by the way. Come on, boys, make some changes here. I want to see Henk van Wyk on. I want to see Jordan Hendricks on. I want to see everybody on you, lads. Empty the bench. Put on Nico Steyn if you have to. Big fan of him. Gonna put on Sibo Sanguini. He's put a bit with a bit of hunger here. Sam Prendergast's first kick is dreadful. Go down the right hand side. 30 points to 12. Remain an 18-point game with 16 and a half minutes left on the clock. Surely not enough time for a comeback. But it's really poor from the Lions at the moment. Leinster, give them the credit. They've grown into the game. It took them a while. It's such a bad start. I think if they started like they have in the last sort of 10, 15 minutes, they could have probably pushed the Lions. But not ruling them out yet. And the Lions will need to score next. Here comes Jordan Hendricks. And that's Henk van Wyk on as well. So a big moment in the game here. The big boot of Hendricks will be welcomed, as well as a bit of X factor from Henk van Wyk. The prodigious young outside centre. Nahamba is replaced. So Morne van den Berg will stay on. Took a while to come back from that original knee injury, and then was in fantastic form before getting injured again. This time not as serious, thankfully. But good to see him back on the park here. It's a great kick, though, from the kickoff there. And Lions rightfully just slowing things down. But Leinster with so much momentum at the moment. Lions just trying to stem the tide, really. Bit of line up there. Hendricks goes to Stuka, pops it up to Clever Kanye. He's still going as a Clever Kanye. My favourite player in this Lions team. Kieran Horn now goes to the boot. Not too many people chasing. Rather the option to come up as a line. Big tackle that. It's Willem Alberts once again. Prendergast looking for options. Keeps himself. And he gets tackled well. Gets the offload away. Morne van den Berg. And there's a couple of Lions players over there. Oh, beyond the balls of the call. Yeah, so it's something that players have to work on. If you miss the ball, you've got to get your hands off immediately. You can't go beyond the ball and then back. I think Yakovasaki was actually fine. I think it's JB Smith who's made the mistake there. Yakovasaki was on the ball. Right, Leinster just outside the 22. 14 minutes left on the clock. Good tackle that from Jordan Hendricks there. Jason Pretorius trying to go on that ball. McKee now, solid carry, outside the 22, Leinster. Now Milner. The ball comes loose. Pass back to Sam Prendergast. Goes to the right-hand side. Slipping the tackle of Willem Alberts. Eventually brought down just short of the 22. On the right-hand side there, Prendergast. Frawley. Now into 22, go Leinster. Prendergast going short to top up into Frawley. Looking to Spirit share Milner, and it was lined up by Marius Lowe, and Tuka's on the ball there quickly, and wins the penalty. Very, very good penalty win that from Tuka. And they'll just slow things down, kick it deep. Gordon Hendricks has got a big boot. That's much better. Much, much better defense that. Just waited for the opportunity, then got his hands all over that ball, wins the penalty. Very, very good work from him. Gonna miss him next season. I think he's silly to move. I do. I think he's gained so much prominence playing for the Lions. And I think that he's going to go to the Sharks, and I think he's going to struggle playing game time, to be honest. You look at the loose forwards that they've got on their roster. Now Jordan Hendricks with that massive cannon boot of his. Will not find... Well, I'm pretty sure he stepped on the line there. Apparently not. So he didn't find touch. He was getting too greedy there. And again, you can't make that kind of mistake, guys. We're supposed to be managing again. Now straight through goes Scott Penny. Into the 22, Leinster go. I mean, this is so poor. Just kick the bloody ball out. Run the clock down, guys. It's not freaking hard. Now Leinster back inside the 22. Milner. Good tackle from Nklabakanye. And Toa. Show and go. Reese Rudder, pick up and go there. Comes back inside, goes McKee. Lions having to defend well, yeah. Almost a counter coming from Yakovasaki. Milner going direct. Prendergast to nobody. Eventually picked up by, I think that's Brownie. Goes to the left-hand side of McKee. That's a nice big hit on him. And knocked on. Come on, lads. Very, very frustrating from Jordan Henderson not to find touch there. But good, much better defense there so far. I tell you what, let's just talk about that run from Nklabakanye. He's just, you know, that whole thing, everybody talked about his weight and stuff like that. And you look at him, and the only reason people even mention it is because of the size of him. In terms of the worker, he gets around the park. He's no slouch either, hey? He gets around the park. He makes so many tackles, puts in such good work. It's such archaic thinking when you just take one look at a player, look at his size, and decide, nah, he's not good enough. As it stands, into 7th. That's wrong, actually, because the Lions have got a bonus point, so we actually go up to 40 points. That log is wrong. It's wrong. Get it right. Come on, lads. Just to get through the end. So there's 10 minutes left. 10 minutes left, 18 points. Game should be in the bag here. One more try, and that'll really seal it. A little bit of a break and play here. We've got about 25 minutes till kickoff, by the way, in Pretoria. will obviously be live for that game, and so you don't need to do anything. It'll redirect you directly there. And then we'll also be live for the Stormers game tonight. They take on Ospreys at 7 o'clock. Right, after an extended break, we are finally ready to get going again. It is the Lions scrum. 2 new front rows on. 70% possession, 80% territory for Leinster. So Lions have scored everything against them on the play here. Come on, that's big scrum here, big scrum here, big push. There's the second shove. Clever Kanye, penalty advantage here. Morning van den Berg going to Jordan Hendrickson. Jordan Hendrickson gets away from one, then hammered to the ground by Reese Ruddock. Good tackle from the replacement number 8. Now Kieran Horn ships it down the left-hand side there. And I'll go back for the penalty. Right, we'll take the penalty. Thank you very much. Easy as you like. Right, Hendrickson, just find touch, chap. There's 9 minutes left in the game. Just find touch. All you need to do. Not asking much. You will find touch. Better. Much, much better. Not find a lot of ground, but just find touch. Run the clock down, boys. The job's done. The job is done. So the only thing you can do now is cock it up. You know, the game is in the bag here. It's 18 points that they have to try. They have to score three tries. Convert 2 of them in 8.5 minutes. So it's not going to happen. So just keep it simple. Long pass, long line over the top to Maurice Lowe. He's completely isolated. It's mind-blowing, the decision-making. Why do that? Why complicate? I mean, line it over the top, Maurice Lowe in the midfield, and just nobody going with them. I mean, you've got a penalty. Just keep it simple. Keep some possession. Even go to the boot. Just get back into their half. Once again, we're defending, scrum, penalty, kick up, concede a penalty, back inside 22, defend some more. I mean, really. Do we like the pressure? I don't understand. Like, what's the chat here? Are we using this as a defensive practice or something? Good line. Now they're going to be running more here on Leinster. Once is the call. Somebody's lost a boot. Now let's see what can they do. Prendergast. Frawley. Goes himself. Henke van Beek gets across. Pops it up. Gets back to his feet. Henke van Beek makes the tackle as well. Leinster back on the front foot here. Jenkins now. That's a big tackle once again. Clubber Kanya. And there's a penalty. Jordan Henderson over the ball. Now, can we keep it simple? Kick it up. Keep the line out simple. Kick it further down. Let's go and find some territory here. Oh, dear, dear, dear. We've made this look very hard, haven't we? Look, the defensive effort's not been bad. You can see 2 tries so far. I mean, they've been asked to make over 150 tackles, making 80% of them. Leicester, on the other hand, less than 70% of the tackles they've made. But we haven't worked them. We haven't made them work. And I mean, tackling is the tiring part. You're playing at altitude. Make them work. Make them tackle. Clever Kanye's down. Taking a while here. Much better line there. Now we are keeping a bit tighter, going to the rolling more, yeah. Ball available as well for BITDEFENDER to try and get out. He's desperately trying to get it out. In fact, it's going to be a turnover ball. I mean, we can't even go to a freaking more, can we? I mean, this might be one of the worst bonus point wins against Leicester I've ever watched. Right, 5 minutes on the clock here. I mean, I don't understand what we're doing, to be honest. The basics have gone out the window. I mean, it's weird to complain. You're 30 points to 12 up against Leinster. Bonus point on the bag. Everything you would have asked for has been secured. And yet you're criticizing them. And that's because they have been terrible for about 60 minutes. Right, Leinster now attacking from deep. Good tackle that from Richard Creel. And Jacob and Blake trying to get over that ball. Big counter coming from the lines. Big counter coming from the lines. They will turn the ball over. Morty van den Berg. Marius Lowe looking for options. Long pass out towards Yakumasaki. Yakumasaki inside to Edel van der Merwe. Edel van der Merwe. Drawing pass. Emmanuel Tuka. Has he got that pace? He does indeed. And the Lions will go over once again. Again, I mean, you think of how poor they've been for large stages of the game. The fact that they're currently leading 35 points to 12 is mental. Maybe I'm being too harsh, but if you watch this game, the Lions have just, for a lot of the game, they've not been particularly good. And Stuka with his second. He's been good today. A couple of mistakes in the first half, but apart from that, been very, very solid. And there's a celebration from Ivan van Rooyen. He knows that that's the game wrapped up. I mean, it could be. I mean, how's that for commentary moment? It could be a deciding try for this clash. Mate, it's 35 points to 12. Please explain to me how they're going to begin to get anywhere near the score in 3 minutes. Could be a decisive trust. I mean, really, come on. Come on, man. Good kick, that. From Jordan Hendrickson. And there you goes, Chuka. So CBC St. Green will get 2.5 minutes. Good take that from Marius Lowe. 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Nico stayed onto the park as well. And Kieran Horn goes to the boot. And turns a couple of the Leinster players. It's a really good kick, actually. That Sam Brendergast having to go all the way back inside. He's back by his own try line, yeah. Brings out the torpedo. Hasn't quite found the distance he wants. The Lions are actually attacking hard. We want another one. Make it 40. Player of the match, Emmanuel Stuka. Sanguini, that's a good line take. Jason Pretorius hit hard in the tackle. Lions on the front foot with 90 seconds left on the clock here. Looking to try and finish with a bit of a bang. Nicholas staying quick ball. Firing out to Marius Lowe, who just, tosses it, I thought, very forward. Yeah. I mean, what is he doing? I mean, how many flipping forward passes do you need to throw out tonight, Marius? This is so obviously for. I mean, what? No look pass. Just look where you're passing, mate. One more tries. Why don't we get 40? Less than a minute on the clock. 37 points to 12. I mean, jeepers, this is hopefully going to be a very significant victory for the Lions. Puts themselves into the heart of that top 8 battle. Takes them to 7th. And in fact, I'm pretty sure it should actually be 5th because they're on points difference. They'll be ahead of Stormers and Ulster unless it's a head-to-head thing, which I'm pretty sure it's not. There goes the hooter. Will Leinster look for the try and finish on it. Oh, in fact, it's been turned over ball. Henk from fake. Almost through. Lions could yet have the final say here. Marius Lowe going himself into the 22. JP Smith. Although they're looking to keep playing on the Lions. Nico Stain. Penalty advantage for the Lions. Hendrickson. Dabs to the head for Frankelhorn. And Frankelhorn will have the final say. He'll go over. Lions will bring up the 40. Thank you very much. Last 10 minutes, couple of tries there just to really end on a high. And that's made my weekend. Fantastic, fantastic. Right, we're going to finish there, people. We'll be live in a few minutes. In fact, we're already live. There's a bit of build-up going for the Bulls versus Munster clash. But the Lions have demolished Leinster at Ellis Park. At times, didn't play particularly well. At times, played very, very well. Took their chances when they needed it. And that's a very, very significant victory to keep those top 8 hopes alive. People, thank you for joining me. We'll see you guys very, very shortly over in the new stream. And let's try and see the game of the day, really. Munster versus